Found some knockoff Haribo, Damel, Happy Eggs. They'll do. Tastes really good actually. Right, next stop on today's epic ride is going to be to the top of this big old mountain in the distance. So I've come around Lake Banyoles. I'm heading like direction Andorra because I've seen that on the signs. But I'm heading up to about 1200 meters above sea level, I think. So I've got a lot of climbing to do over the next 20 kilometers. I think it's going to be one of the longest climbs that you can do around Girona, or fairly close to Girona anyway. So we're going to go check it out. Oh, my Garmin's actually categorized this climb to the top of the mountain here as a HC climb. I was not aware of that. I don't think it is. I mean, 13 kilometers or 7%, maybe. Right, let's see how it goes. Let's see what the views are like at the top.
So this climb, Mare de Déu, translates to Mother of God of the Mountain. Or at least that's what my research has led me to believe. Now, named after the shrine that sits at the summit. And let me tell you, this climb lives up to its reputation. Apparently, a horse category climb, it is a beast and one of the longest climbs in this region. Now, there's two ways to the top of this mountain. The so-called easiest side, which is the side that I eventually descend, and you'll see in a moment. But the route stretches 18.5 kilometers with an average gradient of 5%. It sounds kind of manageable, but there's a twist. You'll hit a mix of short descents and flat sections along the way, which give your legs a break, but can totally throw off your rhythm. Early on, you're riding through some beautiful dense woodland. As you climb harder, the trees thin out, and that's where the magic happens. The views at the top are incredible.
Well, I've been climbing for the best part of 45 minutes now. I've just reached the plateau. I've got about 5.5 kilometers to go at 7%. Another 350 meters of elevation gain. So I was right, this could very easily be on a Vuelta stage. It's just like so gnarly, narrow, sharp little pitches, then it drops again, and then it's a challenging climb. And I've only seen a couple of people on here. Whether or not most people come up like this main climb section, I don't know, but I've joined onto this now. But I've climbed from a different part. I've climbed from a different town. So I'll be interested to see what it's like going down. But absolutely love it so far. It's hard. It's good road surface though. But yeah, it's a challenging climb, this one. And there's the top, 1.6k away at 10%, so it doesn't get any easier. And we got some last few hairpins with a good view from them, I hope. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And the climb stands at just under 1100 meters above sea level, and because the surrounding area is, well, relatively flat, you can see for miles and miles, all the way to the coastline in fact. Now the second option, and the climb that I took, you actually start and ride through the medieval town of Besalú. Honestly, this place deserves a stop on its own, and I managed to get a little clip as I rode past of this Romanesque bridge from, I think it is the 12th century.
Oh, there's even a restaurant up here. I tell you what, there's some awesome panoramic views on both sides, all around here. Maybe not so much today, but you can still see the silhouettes of the mountains, which is incredible. Highly recommend coming up here. Yeah, highly recommend coming up here. It's very rewarding.
Now this route is also fairly similar, 20 kilometers with an average gradient of around 5%, but the first part is fairly tame. Once you pass through that town, the real climbing begins. The road narrows, you go from descending to grinding up double-digit gradients, really quickly. And after a few winding kilometers, you'll hit a junction. A right takes you down, tempting, but if you want bragging rights, you take the left and you have the final 6.5 kilometers for the top. Now, having ridden the descent, I can safely say that the side that I climbed was the side that I would certainly enjoy more. It's narrow, it's twisty, there's lots of changes of gradients, and time passes a lot quicker, I feel, when you're on a mountainside like that. But when you do reach the top and you decide to descend, just like myself, take it steady, because the descent is no joke. The roads are tight, steep, full of twists and turns, and probably full of riders making their attempt to get to the summit.
So I'm just getting towards the bottom now. I've descended down a different way, and as you can probably tell, this road looks way better than what I've come up. It's a bit more gradual. It does eventually sort of turn into single track and get steep, but the lead in, this bit, is far nicer. I think that's why I'm seeing more cyclists come this way than the side that I climbed. They both merge with 6 kilometers to go to the top, so, you know, pick your poison. Come the smooth, slightly easier way, or the rougher, steeper, savage way.